Shoutouts, it's Titania here. And today is a long-awaited video for me to design the front of my sketchbook. Before we get into this video, I want to give a bit of a disclaimer that I do have a cold, so if I sound weird, that's because I have a cold. I had to get this voiceover done, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But anyway, let's get straight into this video. So as you can see there, I had a bit of a thumbnail of what I wanted to do for my front cover. But before I had to do my front cover, I wanted to do it with my BeeBeeCraft art supplies that I got. BeeBeeCraft sent me these items for 100% free, and if you want to have 100% free supplies from them, you can click the YouTube program down in the link down below, and you might get chosen to get some free supplies sent to you. Anyway, let's get straight into designing the front cover of my sketchbook. To design the front of the cover, I am using BeeBeeCraft paint pens and BeeBeeCraft faux leather paper. So now onto my idea for the front of the sketchbook. So as you guys probably know, if you read my description of my videos, you know that I love space and my OC Kit Cadet. Now, Kit Cadet is a newer OC. There's a video based all on her, so go check that out if you don't have that much info on her. But anyway, I decided, since I did a picture of Kit Cadet on the first page of my sketchbook, I should also do her on the cover of my sketchbook, since it would kind of go together. So that's what I did. So my idea is Kit Cadet is sitting on this small planet looking out over the galaxy, using the black color of the sketchbook as my biggest reference, using that to my ability. In the top right corner of the sketchbook, I have this random ring planet, and on the left in the middle of the sketchbook, just this random planet, I have a bunch of stars and just a bunch of galaxy things making it look really like galaxy. And as you can see, I'm using the BeeBeeCraft paint pens to do this illustration. These are the metallic paint pens, so it just added so much to this drawing, making it look so metallic, so pretty, and making Kit Cadet really stand out from everything else on the sketchbook. As you can see, Kit's helmet is just on the planet next to her, and I would have also loved to create and include her cat Astro, but I didn't have time for that, so maybe next time. But as you can see, I am sanding down the ring planet so the leather paper can adhere to it better, and I felt like such a Mariah Elizabeth doing this. You know how she does your sanding things so everything can stick together, with squishies or whatever? I thought that I was so cool doing this, and I'm like, oh, I'm such a little Mariah Elizabeth. You know what? I felt cool doing that. Anyway, I decided to go with this shiny pastel rainbow paper. It's super glittery, super pretty, and I just cut out the perfect size so it would match my pencil markings. And I took a paintbrush and some glue and applied the white glue to the planet so that, of course, the paper would be able to stick. And what's really cool about this is that the paper is 3D, so it adds a super cool texture and effect to the sketchbook, which I love. If I can add any texture or cool effect to my sketchbook just to add awe to it, I think that's so cool, and I will definitely include that more in the sketchbooks now that I learned that that's just awesome. With my paint pens, especially my metallic ones, which was so fun to do the stars because I feel like stars would be metallic, so I used gold and silver, and for the ring I did this gold as well. I did it on the paper as well as the sketchbook, just connecting, and it looks like it's actually connected. The color's a little different, but not huge difference, and I really like how that turned out. Now, time to put these paint pens to the test. Can these blend? So I did the paint pen colors blue and green, just applying this to the sketchbook, and yes, spoiler, they do blend pretty well. There's a very perfect blend, no obvious line. Of course, paint pens can't blend perfectly like alcohol-based markers or even acrylic paint, but they do blend well enough where you can get a nice even gradient, which I was very happy about. The fun part, just randomly adding miscellaneous stars everywhere, like the little cross stars and then just little dot stars. How I like adding stars is I like to make them in little groups. So that's how I did it. I did a few little loners here and there, but mostly did them in groups. And here I am doing the second blending test of these paint pens, one with the rosy pink reddish color. It's more like a rose gold color than pink. And then we have the lilac purple, which is my favorite color. I love that color. So we were just blending these together, and since this was a huge area to blend, it didn't turn as well as the blue and the green blend of the other planet, but they still turned out pretty good, and I'm happy with the finished outcome of it. And to add some texture on this planet, since it doesn't have any 3D effect to it, I decided to add little dots on the opposite color. So on the pink, I did purple dots, and on the purple, I did pink dots. As well as on the 3D planet, I did little silver dots. And I think it turned out super cute, and it actually kind of looks like a planet. Now, the most painful part of this drawing was adding the line art to these paint pens. The paint pens just wanted to chew up the black Ohuhu paint pen, and it was just scratching off the paint. I don't know if I didn't let it dry long enough or what. And while I was doing this, I smudged the stars. So I had to wipe that off with a wipe and redo the stars, which wasn't too much of a task, but it was kind of annoying because I was already kind of annoyed from that incident. But here I'm just spraying this protective seal all over it just so it will be okay and the paint will scratch off, and peeling off the tape. And here is the finished wait a second, we are not done. We did not add the fancy letters to this. And as you can see, I also did spray it with little glitter, silver glitter in it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And also the black looked pretty boring, so I just added this huge gold star to it. And here are the fancy letters that I was talking about. They're not that fancy, they just kind of finish the sketchbook. It doesn't really look complete until I add this. So here is sketchbook 3. I'm already halfway done with this sketchbook, and I'm so excited to finish the rest of it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So here's to sketchbook 3. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me paint the front of my sketchbook. I had a lot of fun using BeeBeeCrafts supplies. Overall, the paint pens are awesome. The faux paper is awesome. All their supplies are just so cool, and I'm so thankful that I got all these sent for free. So thank you so much, BeeBeeCraft. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe down below with post notifications on to become one of my moons. Here's today's shoutouts. If you want a shout out on one of my videos, make sure to do #Titania, and you might be one of the lucky people to get a shout out in one of my videos. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.